the card shows to the trade nights, from vintage grails to modern heat. This is the podcast where collectors come together. Hosted by Nick, Brock, and Dan from Pal Sports Cards, and Devin from Roth, Razzes, and Repacks. Welcome to Between the Slabs. Between the Slabs. Between the Slabs. Between the Slabs.
It
Did you like
grows
that,
on me
Brock?
every week. Every week it grows on me.
It's amazing what AI can do, man. You know?
I thought that was Brock singing.
Yep.
Oh, it might have been. Might have been. He was jamming away to it, though, man.
He was.
Head banging a little bit there. So, hey, everybody, welcome back to episode, I believe it's number 3 of Between the Slabs. We've got Devin here from Roth, Razzes. Big Dan, finally, his technology is working so far today, so we are
That's right.
in there. Because last time, everybody wanted to talk to Dan, and he kept having to log off. And Brock actually joined us today.
Right.
We got him on there. So, big episode today. We're going to let Devin pretty much run with this one. He's going to give you his top 5 guys to go after for this upcoming football season, and the rest of us are going to either say if we agree or if we disagree. So
Yeah,
Devin, I'll let you take
get
it, man.
after it. Yeah, so I actually went a little above and beyond. I did 5 do's, 5 do nots. So give you a little bonus material.
Cool.
So yeah, honestly, so the card market is obviously, like we talked about before, it's like a stock market. You're trying to invest in guys that, before season or during our off season that you think are going to go up. So there's no new products out right now, or rookies, I should say, for the upcoming year. So it's no rookies. But yeah, so honorable mentions. Being an Eagles fan, there's a lot of comparisons now. A.J. Brown's gone, that Devontae Smith could have a JSN-like season. So honorable mention, I went with Devontae Smith. I would say if you buy Devontae Smith right now, his market's going to be up by the end of the year. He's going in as wide receiver 1 as the first time in his career since his rookie year. I'm not sure he's going to get quite the volume that JSN had. I don't think the Eagles are quite that team. But considering A.J. Brown had like 1,500 yards the last 3 years, I could see him getting to that territory. So for that reason, I would say Devontae Smith would be an honorable mention for me. And 2 quarterbacks, Kyler Murray, I think for what his price value is right now, I think he's going to be the quarterback 1 of the Vikings. And I also think sneaky for Kyler because he was, top pick a couple years ago. He's actually in a lot of high-end product, and you can find some of them pretty cheap. So if you look at Darnold this past year, the way that his market exploded, some of his high-end product is like 5-figure cards. So when you think of a quarterback that has potential to like get there again, like Kyler Murray has, the top-end flawless, top-end national treasures, immaculate. Like some of those cards, if he actually shows potential with guys like Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, Hawkinson, like Vikings are kind of loaded on offense. So
Yeah.
number one
Do you
quarterback.
really think
he
he's
stays
going to be
healthy.
QB1 now?
I do. JJ McCarthy. I don't know. Some teams get a little go lucky on these guys, but JJ McCarthy didn't show a whole lot in college. He didn't throw a whole lot in college to be considered like the 10th overall pick. I think McConnell's got a lot to think of, but I think it's honestly whoever's going to look better in training camp and preseason is going to win that job. And Kyler, just his mobility alone, I think, changes an offense. So
Does McCarthy become like this year's Will Levis?
It's tough.
His stuff was hot when he was a rook.
It is tough. It's just injuries can be a big part. Kyler's not been the most successful at staying healthy, so I'm not saying McCarthy won't get his shot, but for right now, off-season prices, I would buy Kyler Murray.
Okay.
I like that. I mean, just because of the fact that you had talked about like a lot of his stuff is going to be pretty reasonably priced. So, and I mean, they do have weapons. Like Minnesota has weapons, and I mean, there was a reason he was a top pick. So I'm with you on that one big time. I think I like that Kyler Murray one.
Yeah, and like I said, you don't even have to hold it all season. You could
Yeah.
sell it by week 6. We're talking about what's going to make you money if you're buying off season heading into season. So I think some of the high end products in that there's a lot to be desired with a guy like that.
Yeah.
And then my last honorable mention, second year quarterback going in, Tyler Shaw. I think he's the most reasonably priced out of the second year quarterbacks. Um, he showed great potential last year. It wasn't like a guy like Levis or McCarthy or like, oh, is he actually going to do something? It's like, no, he was a first round pick who actually showed something. He took like a 4-win team to a 7 or 8-win team. Didn't have really weapons. Olave was hurt a lot last year, so they traded Shaheed away to Seattle. So I think them drafting Jordan Tyson, giving him more weapons. ETN's there now with Kamara, so their running game should be super solid. So Tyler Shaw, I think for his price point, has a lot to be desired there. I mean, you're looking at $100 difference right now between Dart and Cam Ward autos compared to a Tyler Shaw auto. So I think honestly, like there's a lot to be there. So those are my 3 honorable mentions. I just think those are guys that have a lot there.
All right, guys, around the table then. Dan, what do you think?
I
Just start with Smith.
So I'm actually even as a huge Eagles fan, I'm always concerned when a guy steps into being like the number one guy. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna see like how much attention was drawn away from him because of AJ Brown and some of the other stuff as well. I do think that Devontae Smith is more than capable of having that type of year. I'm just a little hesitant because of, like I said, like, this is it. Like he's now like, I don't know if because we don't know what Lemon's going to be like really and some of the other stuff. So like for me, that one I'm kind of iffy on. I love the Kyler Murray pick because I just think for the value, and I agree. I mean, he would make plays in Arizona and make things happen, and he wasn't surrounded by much. I mean, even Marvin Harrison Jr. when they brought him in, like, has kind of been like up and down. But so I really like that one. And then the Shao one, I just come back to like the division that he plays in. I feel like it's going to be up for grabs, like again this year, where it's like he could come out and he could have a great sophomore year and or he could hit that slump a little bit like some other guys have. But I mean, I think you made 3 great points. I would say of the 3, the one I like the most is definitely the Kyler one.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you there. Brock, you have anything?
I like
What do you think?
Devontae Smith.
You like Devontae Smith?
Yep.
You think
Just
he's
like
going
the
to be?
just like the Super Bowl catch. You saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you
So-
think he's gonna step in, be the guy?
Yeah. Yep.
All right.
Him and
I got-
Saquon.
There you go.
He was that guy in college.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I mean, listen,
Out below the
Heisman
class,
Trophy
he was
winner,
that
like,
guy.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I don't.
just saw. Go ahead, Dan.
I was gonna say, like, I truly believe that it could be a polarizing season where, like, by week 9, we're talking about him with some like maybe single season records, or I also think by week 9 we're talking about like, oh man, like can he truly be like an NFL number 1 guy? And I mean, do I think he can? Yes, but I don't know. I'm just, maybe it's because I have so much of his stuff already. That's why I'm not like too concerned about it. But
Long.
Yeah, we have a decent amount of his stuff, but what worries me, and it has nothing to do with him. It's just history.
yeah,
I mean, and I could be dead wrong here if I'm not thinking correctly, but most wide receiver ones aren't guys like Devontae Smith. They're not the little fast guys. Like Deshaun Jackson wasn't a true one. Your one is usually the big guy, like T.O., Ashton
AJ.
Genty, or AJ Brown. They just have that look to them. Randy Moss. Edelman's was never going to be your number one. It depends. Again, it depends what offense you're in. It could totally change it. But just history, I don't know if he's a true one. I don't know. Hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully I'm dead wrong. I like the Shao. Just because I think that's a good, almost like a not risky type of pick because this stuff is it's so low right now where you're not taking a big risk on it. You could get a lot of his stuff for a decent price right now. And I think Murray too. Now, when you go with Murray, Devin, do you have to stick to more of like the higher end Murray, or are you talking like black and red shocks, things like that, or are you talking more of like National Treasure stuff?
I think it's all around. Just if you like Sam Darnold this past year, like even like his base autos, you might maybe have doubled your money, but $20 to $30. When you think of just the high end potential, if you have $100-$200 laying around, you might be able to buy like a flawless Kyler Murray auto. Those, like I said, those could be 4 or 5 figure cards if he make the playoffs or do something along those lines. Like I just think like the potential for some of that high end, like he was a 1-1. He's walking into an offense that they considered loaded. Even last year, J.J. McCarthy was supposed to take they were supposed to be a playoff team. I think just like there's very big boom potential there for the high end cards. It doesn't have to be the high end, but
if Kyler Murray is in your honorable mention, I can't wait to see who's in the 5 here. Because to me, he was like a winner to go get. But I want to see this. So go ahead, floor's yours, man.
All right. So number 5. These aren't really even in a particular order, but
and we'll do each one by one.
Yep. So I was thinking about putting Devontae Smith in this spot, to me, but I wanted to put at least one person on that I felt is like anybody could go out and buy one of this autos right now and sit on it till probably week 3, week 4 and double their money. First guy on my list is Tank Dell. A lot of people probably forgot about him. Injured the last year. I would guess you could go on eBay right now and buy a Tank Dell auto for less than $10.
I'll check right
now.
now.
Brock could probably go on and buy a Tank Dell auto right now. I think he's wide receiver 2 in Houston still. Houston was, besides Nico last year, they didn't really have nobody that stepped up, especially in the playoffs.
Who?
From everything I heard,
Tank Dell
looks good. Tank Dell, he looks good. He looks healthy. I think he's going to be wide receiver 2. You're asking someone that you could buy right now and you're going to make profit on. Tank Dell's my guy on this list.
Boom, right there.
How much, Brock?
Auction $9.50 right now. Ends in 2 minutes. Tank Dell auto.
Yep.
Wow.
And is it numbered? My guess is that should be a $20 card by week 3, week 4.
Out of 99.
Under
So-
$10 for wide. Under $10 for wide receiver
Dell.
2.
Dan's writing everything down.
I am.
Listen,
So-
this
Like
is,
we are
How about
I
we are
want-
buying up.
Well, no. So it's funny because I like the Tank Dell one is the classic case of like I agree that he's kind of been forgotten about, and I also think too that like he could have a bounce back year. What makes me like this one as well is I think that his quarterback, who people are really low on, people are kind of dismissing, has been awfully quiet this offseason. And I think CJ Stroud is going to come in with a chip on his shoulder. And I think that some of the offense with Tank Dell and Nico dude, again, like I think that's a great pick. Like I just because I actually like it more for the X factor of who's throwing him the ball because I mean CJ Stroud was like laughed out of the playoffs last year. I mean it was bad. And I just feel like the guy can still like he's got these weapons and I just think he'll have a nice bounce back year, which will lead to Dell having one as well. But yeah, I like it. Another good pick, Devin.
There's a Tank Dell PSA orange 10 out of 199 for only $15.
Yeah, might be a buy.
PSA 10.
Might be a buy. Yeah, I totally forgot about him. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, so that was part of it. I wanted to put someone on the list that honestly is affordable to anybody. Anybody watching right now, and go out, buy a Tank Dell Auto. See what happens. I'm saying football week's, I think, 8 weeks away, 9 weeks away. So you're looking at 3 months. Spend $100, get 10 cards, see what happens.
How about like LeBron? Like, where's he going?
LeBron.
We're not talking about LeBron.
What about LeBron?
I'm tired.
LeBron's
of
going.
He's not,
LeBron's going to Philly.
He's
Yeah.
going to Cleveland. I'm calling
He
it.
wants
He's
to
going
win.
back to
No,
Cleveland.
he said he's not. He already called it out.
He said it's down to Philly and Miami.
Yeah, he literally
telling
said
you.
that.
He's just throwing you guys all off. He's
All right.
staying in Cleveland.
Well.
He's going back. So,
We'll see about
all right,
that.
We will. All right, here we go. Number 4.
LeBron, if you're watching, we want a sponsorship now. Number 4.
Yeah, we'll take it.
Number
It
4.
doesn't cost a lot.
Yeah, I have them grouped together. How about our third-year wide receivers? Marvin Harrison Jr., Brian Thomas Jr. I even threw Ladd McConkey in there. I'm a huge Ladd guy.
Who were all quiet
Everybody-
last year.
Everybody thought, oh, second year's the year. They went down even further. That's why I think they're a good buy right now. I was looking at some of the tops Chrome prices, like Ladd McConkey, $20. Marv, $30. Like, they are cheap. Cheaper than guys like Jordan Addison, Chris Olave, like the guys that have been around a couple years longer and have done less. So I would say for that reason, they're my number 4. They haven't been as desirable. There's been a lot of injuries. I think one strong season's going to put them in that big next category up. That's all it really takes anymore. You look at it like Amon Ra prices, like now he's had a few years in him. I think that could be like the ceiling for them.
Yeah, I mean, all 3 guys were kind of quiet last year. Who is, and I'm drawing blanks here, who's the new QB in Arizona?
Jacoby Brissett.
Do you think Harrison's going to be like his safety net? That
Probably
he's
not,
gonna-
because Trey McBride went crazy with Brissett, but the last couple weeks this season, Michael Wilson went crazy. Like, they showed a lot of potential as an offense. And Jacoby Brissett wasn't a starter for the whole season. He was only there for a couple weeks. So I just think like a whole off season of them together working. Just another year in the league for Marvin Harrison too. Like year 3, this is the year of like, hey, I need to perform if I want that fifth year extension and stuff. So
Put up or shut up
kinda-
here.
Yeah, it's kind of, put up or shut up year for the 3 of them. So I liked all 3 of them. All 3 are definitely wide receiver ones for their team. Even Ladd, I don't, Quentin Johnson doesn't really impress me all that much. Keenan Allen's super old.
But
so
Ladd's not
I like all
really
those guys.
a 1. He's really not a 1.
You
doesn't
said
have
that
I
about
don't think-
said that about Edelman too, and that made me wince a little because Edelman was a 1
Not
for a
really.
couple of years.
Not really. But they're. I mean, he's not for Arizona. You look at Harrison; he's considered their 1. Ladd, he's not. I don't think many people do consider him the true 1. So I don't think there's as much pressure on him to perform either. He's a possession guy. He's not. He's not going to hit you with a 70-yarder, straight seam down the field. He's a possession guy. He's going to hit you with crossing routes and just be a solid guy. And awesome route runner, just like Edelman was. You know, and he'll make
Everybody
his plays
needs a
that way.
possession guy.
Yeah, I agree. If you don't have a possession guy, you're not winning in the NFL. There's no doubt. You know, that's why the Eagles could never, you know, the years they were supposed to win but didn't, they had nobody for that role. They know, but they had all home run threats. Can't win with all home run threats. You need a possession guy. So, Dan, go ahead.
I think Marvin Harrison Jr. Is going to be a disappointment. I do. I think the big reason why I say that is because I feel like they tried to really force feed him. Um, some of this is just with guilty as charged, all the fantasy leagues that I do, and some of the research stuff, and where he was someone that even with like trying to force some of those targets and making it work, he still just, in my opinion, just couldn't really hack it. I would say out of those three, he would be like the bottom. I like the other two, but you know, again, I mean, dude, so much of it is just dependent upon quarterback play with these wide receivers. I mean, that's what's tough about being a wide receiver is like you're so reliant on the quarterback play. I mean, you can be, there's reasons why guys like Edelman and Wes Welker and some of these other guys, like they were great receivers with certain quarterbacks. It's like, and then you look at guys where, they come in and I don't know. I mean, maybe Kyler Murray was the problem. I guess we're going to find out with some of the stuff in Minnesota with the loaded offense. But I would say I'm just not a huge Marvin, and maybe that's the Penn State fan in me. Like I'm just blinded by it, but I'm just not a huge Marvin Harrison Jr. fan.
Should have stayed in state.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, should have stayed in state.
Penn State's better.
I know. That's all I can do is shake my head at any Ohio State guy.
So
I wanted to wrap the three of those guys in there just because you don't got to put all your eggs in one basket. But I think, like, overall, if you buy, like, one or two of each of those guys, I think you're going to hit on one or two of them at the very minimum. I think you'll see.
Well, let me ask you, of those three, if you had to go with one, I mean, who were you? Because I'm even torn between Thomas and Ladd on who would you say if you had to pick one? Or are you going Marvin?
I think Ladd's probably my guy.
Yeah.
Less
I think for
risky.
me, cheap seems to be a little cheaper, and I think just a little more marketable. I think marketability is important in the card game too. There's just certain guys like we talked about Devontae Smith. We all have his cards, and it's for a reason. Like he's just marketable. People like him. He's a well-liked guy. And Ladd's kind of like that too. Like you said, people like for some reason people don't like Marvin Harrison Jr. And it's weird. Like I don't know if it's because Dad played in the NFL and he's not as good. He went to Ohio State. Like whatever the reason is, I like Ladd out of the three of them. I always like BTJ a lot too, but just hasn't necessarily taken off for me so far. So
I like Ladd more because of Justin Herbert. Throwing to him. I think Lawrence is just too. He hasn't shown anything to me yet. He's too up and down. Herbert's going to throw the ball. Harbaugh's going to throw the ball. You know that.
That's funny.
Lawrence needs to cut his hair. That's what he needs to do.
We'll hold T-Law for later. He's on the list, but maybe not on the good end of the list.
All right. All right. Next one.
So number 3, going deep in the bag again. I know Dan will like this. I talked about ETN going to New Orleans. So next up in Jacksonville, how about Bashal Tutin?
Oh, I like it.
Yeah, so Bashal Tutin, rookie running back last year for the Jaguars. When ETN wasn't in, showed some promise. ETN's gone now. Jacksonville picked absolutely nobody up. They drafted absolutely nobody. So I think Chris Rodriguez, which I'm sure nobody's ever heard of even, is their backup running back. So seems like Tutin's getting the full run as running back 1 Jacksonville. And I think anybody that's worth a running back 1 that you could find autos in like $10-20 range is worth picking up.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah. That's
Did
an
not see
easy
that
one.
one coming.
Yeah, that's an easy sell. I'm with you on that one.
Can the Jacksonville offense produce enough to make him worthwhile?
Oh yeah. I mean ETN had even his subpar years were great, but ETN had an amazing year last year. And Tootin just seemed to do all the same. Like he could catch, he was averaging over 4 yards per carry.
For
I was
those out
checking
there
him
who
out
have no
earlier.
clue who Tootin is, who's someone he's comparable to?
Now you're putting me on the spot.
Yep, that's what we
Um,
do here.
I I couldn't even tell you, dude.
Is he more of like a McCaffrey, or is he more of like a Swift?
Uh, I wouldn't say either. I would say like maybe like Aaron Jones-ish. I wouldn't say his hands are
Okay.
like as comparable to some of those guys. More of a downhill runner. That's why I said like seems to be more of a stronger runner than a back per se. But no, like I said, any running back one where you can find like some cards probably in the single digits on eBay are just easy grabs. It's just
Why you just said eBay? Let's talk about something here. We have friends over at carluma.com. So if you list to eBay, you might want to check out Carluma. It's the easiest way to list to eBay. If you use the code PALSPORTS30, you get 30% off your first 3 months. I listed 11 cards using Carluma today on eBay. It took me a total of 4 minutes and 20 seconds to get them from scanned to totally listed. It identified everything for me, doesn't make mistakes. So check it out. Use that code PALSPORTS30. It brings you down 30% for your first 3 months. So Devin's taking a little break here. He's probably going to go get another iced tea.
I had to get the charger.
There we go. So I did not see Tootin coming at all. I mean, these are shockers. I thought you were going to be like I thought this was going to be vanilla. Where you're giving me like, Herbert and Trevor Lawrence and Jaden Daniels, guys like that. But no, I'm liking this, man. This is like, this could be gold. We might have something with Devin here, Paul.
Yeah.
This is yeah, man. I wanted to bring something to the table here. I wanted to give something that people get into inside life of me, what I'm digging for, for this upcoming season. So,
and Dan, the other thing Devin and I were talking about a little bit was, and this will be your wheelhouse, to almost do like a fantasy type thing with like percentages that some of these cards go up. So you make like a team and you pick certain cards and we track them. We see the percentages they went up and, kind of thing like that.
Yeah,
maybe we can do something like that. But that's your wheelhouse.
All right.
I'll put that on you.
Dell and Tootin are my first 2 draft picks.
All right. I got it. Let me get you in all my leagues then if those are your first 2 draft picks.
All right. Next up.
Number 2, lumping a couple guys all together again. Like I said, you don't got to put it all in one basket. But sophomore running backs, Judkins, Travion Henderson, Omarion Hampton, Ashton Genty. There's even a few more in there. But I think those guys had okay rookie years, but not nothing amazing. Everybody seemed to get hurt at some point in the year. Travion Henderson got stuck behind Ramondre Stevenson. Genty was just in a horrible offense. But luckily for those guys, all their prices have gone down and making me a buyer. I mean, Travion Henderson, Quinshon Judkins, like $25, $30 autos. I think those are value buys right now. You look at like Scatterboo, they're $80, $90 autos. So just even to guy that was in their class that got hurt way sooner, did way less in the NFL, I think there's a lot there for those guys yet. I think you could easily double your money on some of those.
Is it a make or break year for any of those guys?
No, I think they're too young. They were all drafted super high too. I don't think for any reason it's a make or break year. They all had, like I said, solid, not great rookie years. I think everybody had like 900 yards, 9 touchdowns. Like I said, nothing crazy, but I think year 2 is going to be big for a couple of them.
Cool. Dan, anything on that?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with a lot of that. I'm excited to see what Genti can do. I mean, I don't know how much the Mendoza effect will really help, but I mean, we'll see. But I also know that they added some depth on the line a little bit. The one guy that I like, so Scadaboo. I mean, I think you talked about it earlier with the marketability, like, being marketable. He just seems to have this like cult like following where
I
a
love
lot of it is
Scadaboo.
based on a lot of it's based on his bowl game performance in the playoff, where people saw him
It's a
running.
style.
He's
Yeah,
a
and it was
rock,
just
bro.
it's funny because, like, you're right. He had such a gruesome injury. There's still so much left up in the air, and yet his numbers are still high. And that just shows you, like, the following that he has. Like, he's kind of got that, like, cult like legend of, like, oh, okay. And I don't know, is he going to be the next Peyton Hillis? Who knows? I mean, he could be. He could be.
Peyton Hillis.
Um,
Wow.
but I
We're
just think
pulling it
that
out.
I just think that
Maybe
again,
Mike Allstott.
Well,
yeah, I mean,
well,
I feel like those are the two comparisons for him. It's
I
like,
don't think people are worried about Scadaboo because he got hurt. Because here's why: the dude's not a thoroughbred. It's not like the horse that broke his leg and he's done. This dude's a bulldozer.
yeah,
He's a
All
rock.
they just they just fixed the track and said, hey, let's roll some coal here and
I,
just go.
yeah,
That's why nobody's really afraid. Now he could do absolutely nothing this year.
yeah,
Sometimes that happens. But
I will say
I think
this:
that's why people aren't afraid of it.
Scadaboo's the one person that I'm not classifying in here. You'll find out why later, but he's just another one that I won't put in here.
He's going to be a don't. I'm calling it. He's one of Devin's don'ts only because he's a New York Giant. That's the only reason.
Not the only reason, but
That's an Eagles fan, and that's ridiculous.
not the only reason, but yeah, he's not
was-
one in here. I'm talking
Wish he was
about
an Eagle.
Travion Henderson, Omarion Hampton, Quinshawn Judkins. Who else am I missing? Genti.
yeah.
You could even put like some of the affordable guys. RJ Harvey's in there for the Broncos. There's a couple, but yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Um,
Let's hear the next one.
This is who I consider my number one.
Uh-oh.
Just for the fact that always gonna be a quarterback that's like the what if. So the what if for the year, Nick actually said his name earlier. My number one right now is Jane Daniels. The sheer amount of cards out there, the high end and stuff. There's always gonna be one quarterback every year. I think Jane Daniels is the one that I would take the swing on. If you're looking to get one or two high end to sit on for half a season, full season, ride it out, it's him. He seemed like he was rookie of the year 2 years ago. Last year
Yep.
they didn't. He got hurt partially the way through. It seemed like it affected even when he was in there. Their O-line wasn't great. Their running attack wasn't great. McLaurin missed like the first couple weeks, I think, with a hamstring injury.
It was
He
a
didn't look
disaster
right.
year for Washington.
Yeah.
It really
Yeah.
was. And the
Um,
comments are rolling in, guys. Comments are rolling in.
So
This one says, shout out to Coach Hoff, the best coach there is. That one just came in. Tommy Costello.
All right.
So
But yeah,
But-
Jaden's my number one buy. I think if you're really looking to take a swing on somebody, he has all the talent in the world. I think McLaurin's a stud. Debo, is one of the better wide receiver twos in the league. Brings a different dimension for that offense. Dan Quinn's a hell of a coach.
totally forgot about Debo going there.
Yeah, I think Washington's defense is going to be a lot better this year than it was last year. It was like obviously Dan Quinn's strong point, which I think is going to do tremendous things for their offense. And just a full year of Jaden being healthy. And like I said, year number 3, just another one. I think that, the Eagles, we're all Eagles fans. But I don't know. I think they could take a step back. I think Dallas could take a step back. New York, I'm not sure. I think Washington could be right there with the thick of it. And Jaden's going to be real collectible. So I think he's the one, his running ability, like I said, he could be right there for MVP. And that's kind of like the yearly card buzz. Who's going to win MVP, out of the quarterbacks?
Yeah, and I think especially with Daniels, you can get his stuff at all different price levels. There's so much of it.
Yeah, there's
like
so
you
much.
said,
I mean, from
you can
low
go high
end
end,
to
you can
high
go
end.
low. Yep. I think all of it. If he has a good year, all of it's going to go up. There's no doubt. So I mean, a $1 card might only turn into a $10 card, but hey, that's
Better
you
than
got
nothing.
a lot of them. Yeah, you do some volume there. That'll help you out big time.
And all these guys too, I think are kind of safer bets just for. I don't think their market's gonna go down. Like I don't think Jaden's market's gonna even like a season last year. Like I think that's like the low end of the low for him. So I don't see his market like dropping further than it is. So I don't think you're gonna take a loss on any type of performance throughout the year. I think that's important for like the dudes. It's like you're not going to lose money on any of these guys.
Yeah, and like we talked about, Devin we had a pretty good convo on the last show. Do what's within reason for you. Don't go out and buy
The most expensive card.
a $2,000 Jaden Daniels card and put all your eggs into that basket if you can't afford to take a $2,000 loss.
Yeah,
So
it just
you,
goes.
you might be better off buying a bunch of $10, $15 cards type thing. So again, just a bit of advice for everybody: do what's within reason for you. Okay, what's the same for me isn't the same for Dan, isn't the same for Devin. Everything's different. So do what's
And
in
me.
reason for you. So and Brock. So all right. So that was your dues.
Those are the dues.
All right, I can't wait to hear the don'ts because I have a feeling I'm going to disagree with at least one of them. So,
Well, we hit on 2 of them, so let's get them out the way.
all right.
I have him number 1. We already hit on Trevor Lawrence.
Oh, yeah, totally.
So I
Agree.
went Trevor Lawrence number 1. Guy's been in the league enough. He's on his second contract. He's been undesirable every year. Year after year, we ride the roller coaster of is he going to be good? Is he not going to be good? And just kind of sick of it. I think this year his autos are, you can find Revolution autos in the $60 right now, $65. It's just year after year they're going down. I've seen enough of it. I'm done with Trevor Lawrence. Done
I
with
agree.
him.
Totally agree. Been done with them. Just boring to me.
It's like Brock Purdy.
Oh, he might be on the list. You got to wait and see. A little anticipation here. A little anticipation. Coach Hoff is taking very big notes right now.
I am
There's
because
like steam coming out of his ears. He's not agreeing with something.
I want to wait until the end for the don'ts. So I'm gonna.
Okay.
Oh.
Uh-oh. He's off.
His notes took all the Wi-Fi.
Oh, now he's back. All right, he's
Back.
back.
I'm back.
We lost you there. Somebody must have texted you.
He was that passionate about it.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Yeah, we had to censor
All right.
it.
All right.
All right, here we go.
Rip it off like a Band-Aid. Number 2, we hit on him. Cam Scatterbo.
Horrible.
Out of all this,
choice here, Devin.
Get out
out
of
of
here.
all the sophomore running backs, he is overpriced. Out of all the sophomore running
Yeah, I
backs,
don't-
he's holding at the $90 range. Everybody else is just dropping. There's no reason for it. He's coming off a gruesome injury. Nobody knows what he's going to be like. Tyron Tracy's not that bad. I think he's going to steal touches for him. I don't think Scatterbo can be a 300-plus carry guy. I don't see it. I don't see it. I think you're just setting up. I think his market's too high because of the marketability, and I think as he continues to sign new products and stuff, the market's just going to keep going down on him.
I wouldn't say he's overpriced. I think he's steady. I just don't. We're used to seeing that when somebody gets injured, their price drops. I think because of his cult following, like Dan said, I think his stuff just stayed. I totally disagree with you here. I think Scat's going to be the man this year. I could be totally wrong, but I doubt it. I think he's going to be the man. Now, will his stuff go up even higher? I don't know. With his crowd, it might not have a lot of room to go up. It might just stay steady. It might not take a loss. You know, but I just think Scat. I just like the guy. I mean, he's just a downhill. I love the Mike Allstott, and he's kind of like a Mike Allstott, John Riggins type dude. You know, just I don't know. I think that's what football is, and it's getting too. Some of the guys are just getting a little too pretty boyish for me. But
How many John Riggins autos you got in that collection?
I have one.
0.
Actually.
You know why? Well,
I
because
have
he's
one.
not collectible.
Yeah, well, yeah, nobody wants him. I got him really cheap, but it's cool. He has a mohawk and stuff on it.
So,
All right,
number
Devin does
3.
not like when we disagree with him. Ashley, look out.
Hey, like I said,
Oh.
number 3. I went with a couple older receivers. Well, not older receivers, but a couple guys that have been in the league for a few years, and I just seen their market keep going down. Jordan Addison, Chris Olave, Garrett Wilson. Those 3 guys, I mean, they seemed like same thing. They started out super hot, and then every year, whether it be injuries, Jordan Addison's had some suspensions, off the field issues. It just no quarterback play. New Orleans, Chris Olave's had some issues since Derek Carr's not there. Yeah, I just see every year those guys keep going down in price, and I don't see anything this year that gives me a ton of hope. I like Shao, but whether or not Olave can stay healthy, I'm not sure. Addison's, I think, capped by Justin Jefferson, and Garrett Wilson's on the dismal Jets team that doesn't have a quarterback again.
Yep, I agree with you on all of them. There are ones that if we, it's like I go through some of our stuff and I find those names and it's just like, oh, this is going like into the $5 slab box, and nobody even wants it at that. But those are names you see in there anymore.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see what Dan says. He is just, it's like he's burning through that pencil.
Bro, it's gonna run out of lead.
I can't wait to season then until you guys look back on this and be like, damn.
Well, I've been saying you've been making a lot of great picks. I haven't.
Devin, every time Scattaboo has a touchdown this year, you're gonna text.
So I'm gonna get one text this whole year. All right, number 4. Couldn't even tell you why exactly I put him on the list. For some reason, Packers wide receivers don't impress me much. I went with Matthew Golden. I think for his price points right now, he's probably just a little high for what I like. I think most of his autos, I'm an autos guy, so for the most part, I'm speaking autos. Most of his stuff's like 40-50 range, like for the base autos and that, and just a lot higher than everybody that we named. Like I said, you could go out and find second-year guys, third-year guys that have done a lot more than him, and I don't know. I know he was a first-round pick, but Packers love to spread the ball around a lot. They haven't had a true wide receiver one since Devontae Adams, and I like Jordan Love, but I'm not the biggest Jordan Love fan, so I put Matthew Golden on here just for the fact that I don't see his market being able to do enough that warrants buying him.
Yeah, I don't know if there's ever really been a Packers wide receiver that really, I was like, whoa,
I mean, Devontae Adams.
He was, but he left.
He was mid.
Dude, what about Jordy Nelson?
I was gonna say I was a Jordy Nelson guy. He was a big guy when I first started in fantasy football. He was like the big deep threat. That's what Alec Pierce reminds me of. Is Jordy Nelson.
But
I
like the
like that.
Packers haven't had like you think about the best Packers receiver ever. It's Sterling Sharp.
Yeah.
You know, Devin probably doesn't know who he is. That was way before his time. You know,
Oh, come
but
on
that
now.
was Sterling was the guy.
Hey, I was
So-
alive then.
No, you weren't alive when Sterling was
I
playing.
know.
Yeah, I don't even know if you were a thought, Brock.
Yeah, you weren't.
Wow.
I was like in grade school, buddy.
You weren't even alive when Shannon was playing.
Exactly. So, yeah, and then like to me, Jordan Love honestly is like the second coming of Donovan McNabb. Just not gonna get it done.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Just not getting it done. You know,
Oh
did
my
McNabb get it
gosh.
done? The answer is no.
Okay, yeah. No,
answer's
being
no.
being a Hall of Famer quarterback's just not good enough, I
Is he in
guess.
the Hall of Fame? Is he in
He's
the Hall of
going to
Fame?
be. He should be.
He's not. Stop it. Stop it.
He should be.
Stop
That
it.
Chunky Campbell's soup laying on the field should be.
Oh my gosh. Here we go.
Stop. Donovan McNabb,
All
Hall of
right.
Famer. Get out of here.
Speaking of Donovan McNabb comparisons, number 5.
Don't do it, Devin. Don't do it.
The last do not on my list. I have a few honorable mentions, but number 5, do not buy on the list. Shador Sanders. Talk
He's
about a
booty.
talking about a marketability guy. I don't see Cleveland doing anything this year. For what his prices are, it just seems another year that's gonna go down, down, down. I don't see it. You know, I thought the hype was a little high when he first came in, but some players get that. I think year 2 is going to be abysmal again, and I don't see his market doing anything that warrants buying him.
So when you talk about your don't Devin, is that like pretty much your sell list? Like sell.
Yeah,
Bail
yeah,
now?
I would say like over the course of the season, like their values aren't gonna go up from where they are. Like I think they're pretty much capped, and if anything, have just room to go down. Like I said, Shador autos have chance to go down to JJ McCarthy autos, and you know, you're talking $20-$30 hits.
Yep. So. Ooh. All right, Dan.
So I actually don't have much to say. I'm just gonna.
All that writing for nothing.
Well, I'm making a lot of notes because I really enjoyed this. Like I thought that Devin had a lot of great picks on the do's and don'ts. The one that I'm not okay with, and I want to talk about because you're my friend and I love you and I care about you.
James
Um,
Scottaboo.
no, you're blinded by the fact that Trevor Lawrence is a Rushmore hate the face kind of guy, in my opinion. I feel like he literally just put up some of his best numbers.
Face type of.
And I think the hair, I think the look, I think the some of the choke stuff has you um again, I could be wrong. I mean, that one was the only one that struck a nerve, and again, I think it's because he's a huge hate the face guy. Like he is like you look at him and you just get pissed off. And
He just needs to go
um
bald.
that's the
Look,
only
man,
one,
that's a look.
literally, that's the only one, Devin, that I disagreed with on the whole thing. Like I actually think the Scataboo one is it's very possible with some of it because of just his running style and durability, and also too, like I like the Tracy point, taking some of his touches. Um but yeah, I mean I just felt
Oh, and he left.
Hold on. He
I
got a
just felt
text. There he is.
I felt like Trevor Lawrence, like he's got the exciting young new coach. There's some like build hype around there. I think that he's so, but that's the only one. I mean, everything else, man, I think you did a great job. There was a lot of great points made tonight. So
But haven't we said that a lot about Trevor Lawrence? You know, the new coach, a lot of hype around. I mean, how many head coaches does this guy
well,
have?
no, I mean, I'm just saying based off of last year. I mean, dude, last year they had some great wins. I mean, where he necessarily like he put up some great numbers, but he also had some great gutsy wins like in the fourth quarter, and he made some plays. Like there was 3 or 4 games last year where they were down late, and I feel like he kind of like took a step forward. I mean, again, like I'm not like a huge Trevor Lawrence fan. I just think that I was surprised to hear him on your don't list because of the fact that like made the playoffs last year. I kind of feel like he's trending the other way, like he should be trending up. But um, like I said,
Here's a name I didn't hear at all tonight, and you guys and I thought we would on one of the lists, and he's Jacksonville, Travis Hunter.
yeah,
I mean,
He's gonna play more corner than receivers this year. Yeah, it's one of those things. T-Law, I think the problem is, like you said, he made the playoffs last year. He's had one of his best seasons ever, yet his market's one of the lowest it's ever been.
yeah.
Um,
Hate the face. Hate the face.
Is that just because it's defense? Like, are defensive guys usually they just bring nothing? Like, you look at Myles Garrett. Is his stuff even high?
they've been dropping. It's not that they get hate, but it's just like there's so many guys. Like defensive guys get rotated out left and right. I mean, offense too to a degree, but like defensive guys, it seems like get rotated out left and right. So, I don't know. Some guys are just like too hyped up at the beginning. Some years are more hyped up. I thought last year, like there was a lot of hype around certain guys. I mean, Shador, Travis Hunter, Scott, like a lot of those guys had just hype that's like tough to hold up over time. So it's not like necessarily like anything against them. It's just like their card market to me isn't. It's just there's no room to grow. And like I said, for T-Law, if it's a Super Bowl or bust year for him for his card market to go up, that's not someone I want to bet on.
Do you think that it's at? I mean, again, like it could be. I mean, do you think that that's at that's the point he's at, or it's Super Bowl or bust?
I think so. I think there's a few quarterbacks that have kind of like we talked about Herbert, T-Law. I mean, you could even throw Joe Burrow in there. For
Yeah,
what their values are, like we haven't talked about none of those guys, but for quarterbacks, like it's boom or bust. All those guys. I mean, Burrow won. Well, I don't know if he won MVP, but for those guys, like unless they can win an MVP, and even there's a short flash in the pan, it's a Super Bowl. Like
yeah,
that's what's gonna make their market gonna go up, and it's tough for, like I said, a guy like T-Law. Like I don't want to. They didn't show me if they could have beaten Jackson or Denver last year in the playoffs, I might have felt a little different. Like that was the playoff matchup. That was like they were supposed to be there, and that game did not look good for them at all.
yeah.
I know
Do
it
you
was like
think a
close,
lot of the
but
hype?
didn't look good.
Do you think a lot of the hype depends on where they're at? Like honestly, say Scatterboo was at Cleveland. Bless you.
Thank
Bless
If
you.
Scatterboo was in Cleveland, would he even be? Would his stuff even be close to what it is now?
I think he was one player that was pretty close bet to like being marketable their rookie year. I think Shador was the same way. No matter where they went, didn't even matter in the draft. No matter where they went, they were gonna sell jerseys. They're gonna sell cards. They're gonna, you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, well, dude, I
But
mean,
I
you did a great job, man. This was
Yeah, man.
very impressive.
Thank you.
So,
This was no doubt probably the most informative one that we've ever had. I mean, Dan, think
Yeah.
about like a year ago when we started doing this stuff. What was our topics like? The mailbag, and we were making up, people sending us emails,
Yeah.
and now we actually have legit people who
yeah.
actually have knowledge. This is
No, this was great,
this is
Devin. I
great.
appreciate it.
I
Yeah.
love this one.
I appreciate you boys for letting me do this. Like I said,
Now I'm
I
gonna
wanted
get in the
to-
I call the next episode. I want a chance to Coach Hoff's fantasy corner is gonna be the next episode. So
All right.
all right.
Well, like I said, and we just said football too. I mean, like I said, we got baseball, basketball, we got other sports too. It's just one of those like we're in the off season. Off season is a great time to buy sports cards, especially football. Everybody's going on vacation right now, summertime. So those guys that might be working overtime right now and got an extra couple bucks laying around, didn't get their vacation yet or whatever reason. Buy some Bashal Tootin.
Yeah, there you go. So
I'm gonna buy some.
yeah. All right,
next,
guys.
next 2 weeks from now. 2 weeks from now, we have a show
Yeah.
coming up at the Pennsylvania State Card Show. We're gonna be buying there, Dan. So I'm just gonna.
And you'll see some of those guys on my list in my box.
You'll see
All
me
right.
at the table.
I might be buying them from you. So,
There you go.
real easy.
There you go, guys.
All right,
parting,
guys.
Parting shots. Anything, guys?
I just think I just keep coming back to what we always talk about here, on here is just it's a lot of it's just our opinions, like having some fun, but at the end of the day, just be careful with the hobby. Like treat it as, something that you enjoy. Don't get too crazy with like the flipping and reselling and all that stuff because at the end of the day, it's just supposed to be fun. So,
Yep.
Hobby.
Totally agree. It's a hobby. That's right.
yep. So, all right, guys.
Anything, buddy?
Huh? What?
Do you have anything to say?
No.
No. Okay.
Happy
All right.
birthday, man. Happy birthday,
Thank
bro.
you.
I was
man.
gonna say happy
Thanks.
birthday, Brock.
Big
Yep.
13. All right, guys. Thanks. Keep collecting. Check us out on YouTube and Spotify. Give us a like and a follow. All right. Thanks, guys.
All right. Have a good one.